Chelsey, how were you when you were growing up? Good kid, bad kid?
Yeah, I was a good kid.
Yeah.
I was a good kid. I definitely enjoyed high school. I didn't have the best grades, and I didn't finish college, so I don't really know what that means for me.
Yeah. But it led you here.
It led me here.
Yeah.
Actually, Zach Traphagen led me here. Trappenhagen.
I actually really liked Zach. I didn't know him. He just did a good job with his Monday hires.
Yeah, I was one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, so I worked at a restaurant and a hair salon part-time, both like jobs. And at the time I was newly married. My husband at the time was like, I need you to like get a big girl job. So yeah, I put my resume on Indeed and I was headhunted into sales, which I was absolutely awful at. So I moved around a bit before entering the gray zone of Pinpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, welcome to Rare Insights. I know, Chelsey, being on a podcast is a lifelong dream for you.
Yes.
Bailey, I know you'd probably be rather hiding behind the bush back there, but
usually
we
behind the
appreciate y'all
camera.
showing today. So,
Yes.
Chelsey, I know we go back about 10 years now, and I know you were just briefly talking about your initial hire into sales.
Yes.
What did that look like for you initially with Safe Haven?
Oh, I was terrible. I know you guys give me a hard time. I'm long-winded. You guys love my stories. I feel like you would miss them if they were gone. But my first sale took me over 2 hours to close. My team actually like stayed behind and I thought everyone had left. Like I had my headset on. I'm like closing. I'm just sweating, getting this deal. And I got done. I took it off and I'm like, yes, like to myself, you know, and everyone's like, thank God, like we can go home. And I turn around and everyone's there and my manager had made everyone stay. Yeah, he fought for me week after week. At that point, we were on like a rolling 30, rolling 60, and we were on a draw.
Quick perspective, the sales you were doing at the time usually took about 5 to 7 minutes.
Like if that. And it took me about, 2 hours to close my first sale. So I knew they were going to fire me, but I loved Safe Haven so much. No, truly. I went to the director and I was like, hey, I love this company and I feel like I'm supposed to be here, but I know you guys can't keep me in sales. Like I'm just not good at it. I know that. So yeah, I moved around a little bit. They offered me a customer service receptionist role. I really didn't want it because I had left that role, but I figured it was a way to stay here. And then that led into HR. And that's where I built a great relationship with all of you guys. So yeah, it was kind of an easy transition from HR then into Pinpoint. So
I know we got quite a bit of history and working together for now 10 years and going to you when you were HR to bail me out of shit. And
I'm
then,
still
of course,
Chelsey HR in your
that
phone.
is true, correct. Just for any rep still. So.
Yeah.
And then later on the scene, Bailey joining us straight out of St. Joe as our
Nope, not out of St. Joe, but
as our social media major.
Yes.
You've done an incredible job. And what was your history before coming to Safe Haven?
Yeah, so I went to William Jewell where I played basketball, and then I thought I was going to be an athletic director. And so then I worked at Rockhurst. I was a graduate assistant there when I was getting my master's and learned really fast that you work like every weekend. And as much as I love sports, I was starting to not enjoy it as much because I was working it instead of just watching. I came from Rally House headquarters where I
remember that.
Yes, where I started their social media and like grew it from 1,000 followers to over 100,000 within a year. But again, it was like back into working every weekend, going to all the games, watching every game. And again, big sports fan, but not when you're having to work towards it.
So question for you.
Yeah.
I know you said you grew it from 1,000 to 100,000.
Yes.
How come our following base isn't 100,000 yet?
Hey, we're getting there. When I started here, it was a big shift from like working in sports, going to like more of the corporate side, but I feel like starting this new rare breed and just like the new energy that we're introducing is way similar to sports now, and
Yep.
I feel like that's where we're starting to grow.
Agreed. You know,
So-
I've been here for 12 years.
Yeah.
And I can't remember a single time over the past 11 and a half years that anybody that I grew up with saw something on Facebook and asked me what you did. They just assumed I knocked on doors, which is true. I've had more people, including your brother-in-law at our course, come up to me and go, man, that video is pretty cool. And I was, to be honest, I was a little embarrassed at the time. It is definitely a younger feel to it, but a huge culture shift with y'all coming in and really focusing on the social media aspect.
Well, what was crazy is realizing what Pinpoint does with like the incentives and the giveaways. And like I came from a background in sports where that isn't how really you treat your employees. And so seeing that it wasn't highlighted on social media was a huge missed opportunity, where I was like, we need to showcase this. We need to show what you guys do, because this is so cool, and it's going to attract just like the younger generation that you're going after.
Yep.
The same personalities.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking about this actually last night. We had one of the managers. He posted something on Facebook, I believe, and said a screenshot of or a picture of his office. And of course, you know, like anybody else in their mid-30s, everything I do goes through ChatGPT first. And so I took that screenshot, punched it into ChatGPT because he wanted some new updated office ideas. And I was laughing because it said, Mike, this looks like it came straight out of 2009. It was our Little Rock office. And what's funny is, culturally speaking, they have an incredible culture. I mean, they took their team paintballing on Sunday to get the group together on a day off.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I actually traveled the country 2 years ago and took that team paintballing at the same place. And, of course, it was me that was running across the field getting lit up by the team, whereas now, fortunately, it was the manager. So it's cool, though, to see not only the culture shift mentally, but them trying to back it up. And, you know, look around the podcast room. It's got a hell of a lot better feel than what we once had.
For sure. And I think you, Chelsey, can even relate, like, you had social media, you see what it does just for the culture and how it's like not going anywhere and it's just continuing to grow. And your personal account that you're posting on, you see the traction that you're getting just from that. So
yeah. I mean, I remember us talking about it, you know, even not in a mean way. I didn't like to have a ton of like safe haven, even people that I didn't have like a personal relationship. Like I post my son a lot. I post a lot about our life. So I wasn't big on like having a lot of people from Safe Haven, but I would post these things about the trips that I would go on, or I'd make these cool videos. And I mean, I had people, family members that were like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like your job looks amazing. And so it has actually been really fun for me to then start tying that in and get a little bit more comfortable, you know, just friending people or following other people that work here and kind of building on that and sharing all the Pinpoint stuff and all the rare breed stuff has actually been so fun. It's also different when you love what you're resharing. Like the work you guys have done, the posts that we're putting out there, the things that we're doing have been amazing. So I think it makes it so much easier to want to share that.
100% agree. I know initially when we had met some months ago, I'd said, what do I do with Instagram? Can you log me in and set me up
How
with,
do
a real
share
username?
A story?
What's funny now is I'm probably the first one. As soon as I see it uploaded, I'm forwarding that, putting it on my social media, and I'm with you. I am not a fan of posting things work related and putting, you know, that stuff out there as far as my personal life goes, but pretty badass setup with the rare breed and kind of the culture shift, and it's something that I'm definitely happy to share now.
Yeah. And
same.
it's funny you were saying that. Is I had so many people ask me, like, why would you leave sports? Like, you worked in such a fun industry. Like, why would you do that? And I'm like telling them now, like, oh, we're going to New Orleans in a week. Oh, we're going to Aruba. And they're like, where do you work? And I'm like, at Safe Haven. And they're like, what's that? And I'm like, check out our social media. And so
check out our Pinpoint.Nation.
Yeah, it's really like the culture here is what's like drawing me in and making me stay. And I think like showcasing that online more will reach a bunch of other people.
Yeah, you know, it goes right down the line of work hard, play hard. And I know that the majority of us like to play hard first, but in order to earn those trips, you got to work hard.
For sure.
I'm so excited that you guys are coming to New Orleans. I think it's been so fun just getting to know you, getting to work with you. Shout out to Trevor, who didn't bring me swig for the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. But I am so excited for you guys to be able to go on these trips. I think it's just gonna, I mean, you talk about culture and things and just from what you've seen here at corporate, but being able to like be with all of our people nationwide in that environment, it's going to be so fun.
So fun. So excited.
Yes, it is. Shout out Trevor. You know, every time he comes in town once a month, the clothes I wear get bigger. So soon enough, I'll look like a blanket.
A blanket.
Well, I appreciate y'all jumping on the podcast.
Absolutely,
Chelsey, again,
yes.
I know it was a lifelong dream of you to have your own podcast, so it's nice of you to join us. And Bailey, you're not as nervous as I know you are.
Yep. Sweating over here.
Thanks, Zup.
Yes, thank you.